Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Biology Notes. Today I will discuss about pancreas, which is a mixed gland, means it has both exocrine as well as endocrine functions. The pancreas is one of the very important gland in human body. The exocrine functions include secretion of different types of digestive enzymes. These digestive enzymes help to digest protein, carbohydrate, fat, etc. The endocrine functions include secretion of different types of important hormones. So, the pancreas shows both exocrine as well as endocrine functions. That's why the pancreas is also known as a mixed gland. Here, I have drawn a very simple diagram of human digestive system to show the location of pancreas. This is pancreas. It is located just behind the stomach in the upper left abdomen. It is spongy in nature and about 6 to 10 inches long. The pancreas is surrounded by some other organs like liver, duodenum and spleen. It is shaped like a flat pear or a fish. It is extended horizontally across the abdomen. This is the enlarged portion of pancreas. It is an elongated organ. Now, the pancreas has three zones: head, body and tail. This is head. It is the expanded portion of the pancreas and lies in the C-shaped curve of the duodenum. The head portion is connected with the duodenum by connective tissue. This central portion is known as the body. It crosses the midline of the human body. And finally, this narrow portion is known as the tail. It extends towards the hilum of the spleen. This is main pancreatic duct. It runs through the length of the pancreas and empties into the duodenum. The point at which the main pancreatic duct makes its entry into the duodenum is known as hepatopancreatic ampulla. Here, the common bile duct from gallbladder and the liver also makes entry. The pancreas is surrounded by a thin layer of loose connective tissue known as capsule. From this capsule, septa extends into the gland and divide the gland into ill-defined lobules. Now, we will see the histological study of pancreas. This is a transverse section of pancreas gland. As we have already know that pancreas is a mixed gland, so we can see both exocrine portion and endocrine portion. These are pancreatic acini. This pancreatic acini forms the exocrine portion of the pancreas. Now, in between the exocrine portion, we can see masses of cells of different size. These regions are called the islets of Langerhans or the pancreatic islets. These islets of Langerhans or pancreatic islets form the endocrine portion of the pancreas. So first we will see the secretory portion, or we can say the exocrine portion of the pancreas. This is an enlarged view of a pancreatic acinus. Each pancreatic acinus is composed of pyramid-shaped cells. So these cells are known as acinar cells. And all the acinar cells are oriented radially around a tiny central lumen. So this is the lumen. This is an enlarged view of an acinar cell. The acinar cells are highly polarized. Cytoplasm at the basal region are basophilic in nature. At the base, we can see a large nucleus, well-developed rough endoplasmic reticulum and free ribosomes are also present. A well-developed Golgi apparatus is present in the apical cytoplasm. Mitochondria are small. The most important characteristic feature is that presence of acidophilic zymogen granules in the apical cytoplasm. Zymogen granules are most numerous in the pancreas of fasting individual. These zymogen granules contain a variety of inactive digestive enzymes. That digestive enzymes are get activated only when they reach in the lumen of small intestine. Now, each acinus is drained by a short duct. This is known as intercalated duct. This duct is lined by simple squamous or low cuboidal epithelium. The duct cells, which lies just near the acinar cells, is known as centroacinar cells. These cells have centrally placed flattened nucleus and attenuated cytoplasm. The cells of the intercalated ducts secrete huge amount of fluid rich in bicarbonate ion. The bicarbonate ion rich fluid alkalinizes and transports the hydrolytic enzymes which are produced in the pancreatic acinus. The intercalated ducts then merge with intralobular ducts. Intralobular ducts then drain into larger interlobular ducts, and finally the interlobular ducts are directly drained into the main pancreatic duct. Here I have made a list of some proenzymes which are secreted by pancreatic acini. Now, why proenzymes? Because initially the enzymes are inactive. They get only active when they reach the lumen of the small intestine and perform their functions. So, mainly 4 categories of enzymes are released. Number 1, proteolytic enzymes. So, these enzymes helps to digest proteins. For example, trypsinogen, chymotrypsinogen, procarboxypeptidase, proaminopeptidase. Number 2, some amylolytic enzymes. These enzymes helps to digest carbohydrates. For example, alpha amylase. Number 3, some lipases. These lipases digest lipids. And number 4, some nucleolytic enzymes. These enzymes help to digest nucleic acids. For example, deoxyribonuclease, ribonuclease, etc. So this is all about the anatomical and histological structure of exocrine pancreas. If you have any query, please comment, like and share the video. Subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get notification of new video. Stay with us, keep watching. Thank you.